I'm sure you've already looked for a Harry Potter podcast everywhere.
Not on Seção Reservada. We have guests today, right, Gudon? Gudon is back again.
Nice to meet you.
Man, how are you, Gudon?
Yeah, he was the one who asked to join.
No. We were the ones who allowed it.
We were the ones who invited him.
He asked if he could watch, but since we'll discuss a topic...
Dita Dino looks at it just like Chavez at the ham sandwich. Wow.
No, but I wasn't even focused.
I was like this.
Look, I was like this, look.
No, seriously, the first episode was funny. We were talking about things and you could just hear Gudon in the background wanting to say something.
He was like this, right at the most exciting part.
No, guys. Man, I even changed my shirt here because I'm revealing all my secrets, right?
Diego brings outfit changes, okay guys? Like a performer. When I record, if there are 5 videos, I record them all wearing the same t-shirt.
Guys, today we're going to talk about a topic. Oh, it's your channel, right? May I?
Please, Gudon, say hi to everyone and introduce yourself.
Gudon. Hey, Gudon has already appeared here on Seção Reservada once in our episodes about Warner being bought by Netflix. The game has already changed, but I won't discuss that today. Let's save it for another episode. Gudon, please introduce yourself.
Nice to meet you. I'm Pedro, also known as Gudon. And man, when they mentioned they wanted to record a video about Hogwarts Legacy, well, Kako and I spent a long time chatting because I literally just finished Hogwarts Legacy. That's how it is.
It's all still fresh in my mind.
And you know what's interesting? I started talking to Kako and I mentioned something I didn't like and Kako defended it.
Look, so we'll have something to talk about today because we're going to talk about what Hogwarts Legacy 2 is, and he defended it.
It's awesome.
No, you defended it. So you said, man, I thought it was cool. Kako defended it. That's what it seems like. I object.
Yeah, Kako, your track record is of...
Someone who covers things up, right? Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah, Hogwarts Legacy actually paid me. They paid me when the game came out, but just for me to say what I thought, and I actually liked it.
No, we genuinely liked it. Very good. Gudon, go ahead with your introduction. Ask the folks. Gudon is the guy who asks everyone to subscribe and like.
Look, 2 things. If you're watching this video on YouTube, leave a like and subscribe to our channels. It doesn't cost anything, it's free, and it helps us a lot. But if you're listening to us, give us 5 stars on Spotify so we can move up in the rankings. I mean, not us, so they can move up in the rankings.
No, thank you. But guys...
When one goes up, everyone goes up, my friend. Look, we're all in this together.
More people to discover this podcast.
That's right. And we're going to talk about not just Hogwarts Legacy.
We're also going to talk about what Hogwarts Legacy 2 needs to be perfect and my take on it.
No. And what we thought was a bit lacking in the first one.
Cool, I think that's fair.
Gordon was playing. He finished it.
He finished it just recently. I played it when it released, and now I'm playing with Mariana.
You gave up, right, Chagon?
He didn't give up at all. I don't give up.
You didn't finish it. No, you don't say a word.
You can talk in this house. Look.
Me, but did you finish it on... Are you playing on normal now?
I am... Did you finish it?
His little face.
No, wait. As Toguro would say...
Have you ever faced that...
Beat the game flavor.
Stop. Platinum flavor. Wow, I really went with flavor there. I studied with Toguro, guys. Hey, Toguro. What?
That's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, no. Floresta Post Office, East Zone. Hey, I wanted to send a shout out to my friend Toguro. Dude.
A revelation, man.
Toguro, but...
He looks much older, man. No, he is.
No, he's a year more... Yeah, a year older than me, Toguro.
Was he already that jacked in school?
No. Actually, it's really cool. Hey, Toguro, I'm going to use the start of this for something kind of unrelated just to talk about this because back in school, Toguro and I, we even took part in interclass tournaments. He was on my soccer team. Like, on my team.
I saw that you followed Toguro on Twitter.
And you still follow him too.
I was like, damn, Tiago likes this bodybuilding stuff, man. He's not even a gym bro, you know?
Toguro is one of those guys, man. He's the nicest guy I've ever met. And back when we were in school, there were 2 people who made it on the internet from my school, Colegio Floresta, as far as I know, okay? Me and Toguro, who became influencers, you know? And then Toguro, right after he graduated from school, he already created his own channel, which was called In Search of the Unexplainable Physique on YouTube. And then he started, you know, filming his daily life. And that was, man, a long time ago. And I always followed Toguro. Toguro likes me. I met him.
He likes me.
I met him at CCXP in 2018. He was shirtless. I went there and talked to him. Yeah, he appeared on his channel and we discussed school. That's wild.
He showed up on his channel?
Yeah, on Toguro's channel.
Man, that's a side I didn't know about, you know?
Everyone knows Toguro from memes and such, but I've known him since school.
Look, and how is it for you, like, seeing all this, like, the frog thing? There was the guy...
There was in 2022, the flavor thing. Man, I think it's really awesome. I always do. And I'm not just sucking up, okay? Because Toguro, we drifted apart like that, obviously, right? I haven't talked to him. But, like, I know that since school days, he was a guy who was always pursuing creativity in his own way. So I think he's the definition of a person, like, you know, that honest person who says what they have to say and becomes a meme for being like that. Like, I don't know, he doesn't think too much. He just speaks and it's natural, right? It's something that just comes naturally.
Toguro is a big Game of Thrones fan. What if he doesn't like Harry Potter either? He couldn't record with you. Just imagine.
I even thought about a collab and mentioned giving Toguro an every flavor bean. This one is seriously earwax flavor. Flavor. Sorry, the flavor meme is getting old.
Honestly, the video started and went nowhere because we...
Started. You guys are just reserved, my dear.
Pass me the grease here, man.
That's interesting. So I'll make a note. Seriously, guys.
I'm really shocked.
Post this clip on TV, Marco Toguro. Let's see if Toguro...
I come from Floresta. That's his last name.
Toguro? No, that's the villain in Yu Hakusho.
Ah, okay.
He was that really strong guy. His name is Tiago.
Hey, Tiago T.
Now Tiago Toguro. Then he ended up with that nickname.
For sure.
But let's talk about Hogwarts Legacy now.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Back to it now. I'm playing with Mariana.
Did you finish it, Tiago? The question is, did you beat the game?
I got really close.
Did you unlock Avada or not?
I unlocked it. I got to that part.
So, man, almost at the end.
I did the black and white Deathly Hallows mission. Really good and cool. Then I learned Avada Kedavra with Sebastian in the cave where he killed his uncle.
Spoiler. Oh, no.
There's gonna be a spoiler. There's gonna be a spoiler.
Go on, go on. It's over, it's over.
Solomon, what's his name again? Solomon.
It's Uncle Solomon, right? Solomon.
I only had 2 missions left. Was really close, but already know the final spoiler about the professor. Poor guy. About the professor, what's his name? Fig. I know the spoiler.
But you die, guys. Yeah, no.
Don't give spoilers. Come on. This is... of course, the game talks with spoilers.
Look, Hogwarts Legacy was released, guys, in January of 23 already. 23. It's already been 3 years, and we have this confirmation that the second game is in development. It's in development. What did you think of Hogwarts Legacy?
Man, Hogwarts Legacy, for me, no kidding, was a gift. As a fan, it was a gift. How much can you explore in that world? How many references are there? Man, my eyes would light up when I used Revelio on a painting. Like, oh, that's Barufio, who was responsible for creating the potion, and who messed up the spell and summoned a buffalo, then sat on top of it. Like, that's something Flitwick talks about in the first book, and then it's there in the game, you know? For me, it's a delight. I like it. I actually enjoy all the immersive content in the game, much more than the game's story itself.
Okay, and you, Goudon?
Man, I loved it since it had been a while.
Started playing recently or not?
I just started playing now, at the end of the year.
Nice save.
No, I finished it. Up until now. Only the house cup part was missing because then you have to add 4 more levels, and I got lazy. Okay, but I did pretty much everything. And man, it's like I said, man, it's something like surreal. If you like this universe, you get amazed. You notice the differences. At first you see, oh, Professor Weasley, damn, Professor Weasley. So, like, it's not Albus Dumbledore, but it's Albus something. Then there are a lot of differences. And as you go further, man, there was that phase with Buckbeak. Well, not Buckbeak, Highwing. Then, man, I'm going to unlock Buckbeak.
Then it became Assaltiva, man. That's true, right? This phase of...
Assaltiva, the Hufflepuff side quest, she's really cool too, with the creatures.
I'm a Hufflepuff too.
Yeah, I was...
You in Hufflepuff? I was. The exclusive Hufflepuff mission is cool.
Which one is it?
The one that's in Azkaban.
Oh, okay, that's right.
It's exclusive to Hufflepuff.
I did this quest.
Remember? Yeah. So that's it. I got 100% completion on the game. It was the first one I ever platinumed.
Did you watch the video on YouTube?
No, I got 100% completion, of course. I did it all by myself.
It's impossible for you to find those moons there.
My friend, it is.
That I talked to him. It's impossible. It's impossible. Is there a hint? There isn't.
You use Revelio, and it starts showing up there as a transparent outline.
You have to go into literally every corner of Hogsmeade to be able to find that thing.
I didn't watch anything on YouTube. I have my streams there. I did a 10-hour stream of me playing.
No, I know that.
But the only thing that I...
Getting the platinum is a
benefit. The only thing for me that was missing was because of a bug. Really? In the game, I opened all the chests, but the last chest didn't give me a little thing, an attribute that was missing there.
So it didn't give you the message saying you'd platinumed the game because of this bug?
No, not because of this bug. But then I reported it, you know. At the time, I told the guys. I told Laura, you know?
She was in contact with us. I said, Lorena, look, there was a bug in the game. I'm not going to start over to get the platinum, so I'll wait for an update or something. Then, like, after about 3 updates, they fixed the bug. Oh, that's good. Then, one night, I kept turning it on all the time, you know? I had already finished everything, done everything. Then one night I turned it on. Actually, I even have the story, if I can find it.
If I look for it. I remember.
I even made a story about it. I turned it on at around 2 in the morning and said, wow, I'm going to turn it on. I went there. Then I found the chest, because the chest, it used to stay locked. Every time I opened it, it was empty, it didn't work, so the chest you've already taken stuff from stay open. Right. In the game, you know? This one was always closed, so I would open it. It was in a goblin camp. I would open it and it wouldn't work. Then one day So I always saved before opening the chest. Then one day I went to do that. I opened the chest, and when I opened the chest, the item appeared. Then the platinum trophy popped up, and I was like,
Wow, I remember those stories.
I remember those stories, yeah. I was going crazy, you know? I can't believe it. It was like about 2 months after I finished the game, about 2 months after I did everything, then they fixed that bug. There was also the cookie bug, which was that they translated it as cookie. It was that lovesick calf you had to save, and the lock just wouldn't show up to open no matter what. I had that bug too. But, like, yeah, for me, it was a pleasure to get the platinum, man.
Okay.
It was a pleasure. But look, I have a question. Do you consider yourself, for example, do you consider yourself a casual gamer? Do you play a lot of video games? Because this game, one of the criticisms, one of the things people said is that it gets a bit repetitive, right? Or it takes a while to really get going. What did you think?
Man, I felt the opposite, because I thought the gameplay was great, but your finger does get a bit tired when there are a lot of goblins, because each goblin has a different shield, so you have to hit and then switch again. Yeah, that's it. So it does get tiring. But what tired me out the most while playing was Kako's outpost, because I would get to some puzzles and spend half an hour trying to figure them out. I didn't know what to do, so I had to stop. Then I'd end up watching a video on YouTube, and that breaks the whole flow of the thing.
Did you learn the unforgivable curses?
I learned them all.
Then I won't talk to him anymore. Just kidding. I learned them too. You can't play this game without wanting to learn.
So I think I was a little biased, because when I mentioned I was playing Hogwarts Legacy, people said, hey, when you get to Avada Kedavra, be a jerk to Sebastian, because then you'll be able to keep using Avada Kedavra. So, okay, I was a jerk, kept Avada Kedavra, and then I had a mission where I had to face a boss right after. And it was the most overpowered thing ever, right? I landed a little hit, let Avada loose, Avada, boom. Yeah.
Sometimes on the troll dies instantly with Avada Kedavra.
It's amazing, sorry. It's overpowered, but it's really good, man. There's a part from one of my live streams when I had just learned the curses, right? I was like, I remember saying, no, I learned it, but I'm not going to use it all the time, you know?
With the first enemy that showed up, I said, take a Crucio and an Avada right after.
No patience today. Guys like that.
Wow, this is Gryffindor.
Huh? No, seriously. And with Crucio, you make a huge noise, then this music kicks in like Crucio, like wow, I felt awesome, man.
This is a cool thing in this style of the unforgivable curses, because there's a different animation there. Like, Confringo Bombarda. No, Crucio comes out. It does that's it, yeah. It goes into cinematic mode, right? That's it.
It's cool.
Imperio is great, especially when they start attacking each other. If you cast Imperio on Dende, he starts attacking right away.
I was even talking to Gudon before we started recording. The thing about Crucio and Imperio, Crucio is fine, but Imperio, I feel like it's not that complete, because it doesn't really follow what the spell actually does. You only use it in battle for yourself, and like, one enemy hits the other.
Yeah, that's it. It's not...
You're not doing, you know, like, what the curse really does, which is you completely controlling a person.
Alright, cool. But I think I kind of missed that in the Imperious Curse. Crucio is cool. Avada Kedavra. Super cool and all. But I missed that. And another thing I missed is being able to use the spell as much as you want, man.
No, but it gets way too overpowered. But come on, Avada.
Avada,
Like, no cooldown on the spell. Because the cooldown, you can, when you level up your skill points. I'm saying you use it freely on people. There's a student nearby, and you cast Avada Kedavra.
But you can do that
No, you can't. You can't.
No, if you press it, he gets no.
There was a moment when I played and you played a pirated version.
No.
I remember doing that, man. I remember doing it on a student back when I played, and it worked.
But did you do it at Hogwarts? At Hogwarts?
Then the student would become kind of transparent, and it would have the effect as if he was, man, yeah, I remember that.
That's probably not allowed. You must have a glitched version or something. No way.
There's no way. You can't. You can't do it, man. You can't use Avada. The only spell you can cast is that basic spell, which is the one with the... Okay, the LR2, L2.
I remember that even an X would show up on the student like he was under the unforgivable curse. I remember that, man, seriously.
But isn't that in the Dueling Club?
I don't remember.
But in the Dueling Club, you can't use Avada Kedavra. That X shows up no matter what you use. It's when you use some other spell that it marks, you know? Like Incendio, it stays there. Okay.
And here's a question for you guys. For example, this whole story about a student starting in the 5th year, did you like that?
Man, I thought it was different, and I found it interesting because it's something we've never seen before. And it was in the book. I don't know if you remember this. J.K. Rowling, she changed her mind there in Prisoner of Azkaban because a student was going to join like that.
Like late, you know?
Late. Wow.
That's really cool.
Huh? In the book, a student was going to come in, but she changed her mind. She ended up deciding, oh no, so that doesn't happen. Did you get it? That's actually where they got the inspiration for the Hogwarts Legacy student, which I find interesting. But it's tough because, man, a student going straight into the 5th year is really behind. So like it's only in a game, you know, that it's going to happen. Because, so...
But looking at the way the story went, I thought it made a lot of sense. Because you come in already behind, you have to catch up. That's why you start picking up new missions and learning the spells.
Exactly.
Progressing.
So it makes sense. Yeah, in the game it makes sense. It works.
But because if it was at the beginning, oh, you'd only be getting to basic stuff like Expelliarmus at first, this, that, and the other. It takes 2 or 3 games to grow.
That's right.
Man, and that's one of the biggest things to talk about regarding the game, because it's exactly the video. If we have a story about a student who enters the 5th year, all the stuff about the ancient magic.
In the memories, right, from the research.
And that he discovers, the map room there, talking. The girl in the flashbacks and everything, I thought it was a super creative story. Engaging, cool. Engaging, it's an engaging story. This relationship with the teachers. For example, their initial excuse for not having Quidditch. That kind of thing.
The absence of Quidditch.
Yeah, there's also a lack.
Man, but I think one of the things, I classify this game as a comfort game, just like Harry Potter. Why? Because it's a game where if you want to spend an hour just exploring Hogwarts, you can. Man, that scene where you go, that mission where you go and rescue the hippogriff, it's wonderful. You fly back and a song starts playing.
I cried, man.
Man, it's really cool.
It's wonderful. I kept playing around, like going up, then coming down, doing it. It's really awesome.
And just like in the movie, the game kind of makes you duck down so it can pass the thing through the water. Man, it's really cool. So I agree with that kind of thing. I've always played a lot of games like that. I'm a guy who's into video games, you know? I didn't finish Hogwarts Legacy. There are 2 missions left.
It's a video game. You can tell.
It's because, look, I'm not going to be a hypocrite here, okay? I think this game, in fact, it did tire me out a bit. Because if it hadn't tired me out, because there are a lot of games I've already finished. A lot. God of War Ragnarok, God of War 1. Now I'm playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It's a game that keeps me hooked, that I like.
Man, I dropped Ragnarok, you know?
God of War Ragnarok? No, I didn't finish it. Man, it's really good.
I dropped Odyssey.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I love that kind of RPG, you know? But Hogwarts Legacy is crazy, right? Because what I liked most about Hogwarts Legacy was the exploration itself. I spent hours and hours just exploring. The village of Hogsmeade, wonderful. The idea of going there, buying a broom, all of that really got me, you know. The story part itself didn't grab me.
Cool.
Although I love the idea of Gaunt being there, being blind and moving around with his wand lit up. Sebastian, I think he's a really cool character, so it's that kind of thing. But the part about the ancient magic there, you know, I didn't really feel very...
About the story. Well, I liked the story, but it wasn't what I liked the most. I thought the story was okay. I thought it was a story. Let's not say simple. Simple isn't what I mean, but it's a safe story. They wrote a safe story. They played it safe.
No big twist here.
Yeah, there aren't any wow moments. Like, oh my god, this happens in the wizarding world. No, They played it very safe there, on a certain path, and that's okay. What I really miss in Hogwarts Legacy, what I think is really missing, is a morality system. Yes, like, we believed the game would be like that. Your choices would define things.
In reality, it's simply the chosen ending that defines it.
And it doesn't really change much, because if you mess up at the end, if you choose to take the magic from the goblins and all that, it's true. When you finish the game, you don't get arrested, nothing happens,
With all that, I decided to play it safe, go for the good ending. But did you guys know?
I did. I didn't take the magic.
I don't know if you did. Enough.
At this point, people are like,
What is Diego doing on this podcast?
I just want to know what it's like from the other side of the story, man.
Man, the character gets red eyes, But I didn't think, wow, oh my god, that's such a big deal, wow.
Today, is that going to have consequences? How's it going to be?
So, I didn't think it would have any consequences.
I didn't find one. A game that has an awesome morality system is Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, man, that's cool. If you shoot a guy in the foot, people already start to get scared of you when you walk by because you're the badass.
I felt that when I unlocked Avada Kedavra. I was there on a little mission and I used Avada on the thing. Then the girl who was with me, of course, her name
Is Nat?
Sayonara. That's it. She, as if it was just a regular Confringo. Man, I used the killing curse on the villain. But look, I used the killing curse. Getting the killing curse was a big issue with a whole story behind it, Sebastian's sister turned against him, and that's what happened.
I don't remember. But the villains, they don't use Avada Kedavra on you, right? So what now?
They don't.
In theory, that's only in the 5th year.
and production?
So I think they should have something like that in that sense. The duels themselves, I think they're really cool.
The duels are really cool. The moves are really cool.
They're intuitive, I love the part of the game where you do the somersault, then you use Protego. Yeah, it's really cool how Protego gives you a counterattack and you can cast a spell that breaks the enemy's defense. So that kind of thing is really cool. I like the skill point system where you actually make things better. When you press and hold the circle button, he does that somersault. Boom, I think that's really cool too. Yeah, I think, no.
No, it's the circle button.
Is it the circle button? I know it's the circle button. The circle button?
The circle button.
It's always the circle button for a somersault. Then you continue from there. However, I think one of the criticisms people have is that things get very repetitive. Even the enemies you face.
Yes, they are predefined types of enemies.
Spider, then there's the troll, the wolf.
The goblins, the wizards.
That mostly comes from the Harry Potter TCG, The card game has a lot of that. Big bad wolf, spider, and so on. It's mostly just filler, It's kind of just to fill things in. The enemies I liked facing the most were the Inferi. Damn, I thought it was really,
It's fine. They already used the Findo ones there. Fire didn't work on them, right?
fire does.
That's true. I used to give Findos too, which was the best spell.
The spell didn't work without fire. You had to give the fire and then give the treat on top.
I didn't get it, so he takes extra damage.
I thought it was a pain. One thing I really enjoyed was catching the creatures, man.
In the case, I worked on the Room of Requirement.
Kind of like Pokemon, right? Kind of like Pokemon. No.
The Room of Requirement, my friend. I spent hours and hours setting up the room.
Do you know which one was my favorite? My favorite mission? The Thestral one. Man, I thought it was so cool. You get a male Thestral, a female Thestral, you come back and you breed a baby Thestral. I thought it was so cool, man.
And it's amazing how a game can hook you in different ways. Mariana is playing and she's addicted to Hogwarts Legacy. And she's already finished everything. And that's exactly the part she likes. It's really cool. The animals, the creatures decorating the Room of Requirement. That part doesn't appeal to me at all.
It's kind of like The Sims, right? Can you say something?
I don't know if people will think I'm weird. Even though I have a platinum playthrough on there are 4 profiles. Mine is at the maximum level. Raisa's, but Raisa doesn't play video games.
She doesn't play and she likes it?
But it's my dream for her to play. Because I really want to sit down and say, hey, let's play. You know, but she didn't grow up playing, so, like, she doesn't have coordination.
I've already said, I'll teach you, come on, let's do it. But she never wants to. Never wants to sit there and do it. My hope is that Katarina will like it.
Because I really want to play video games with my daughter, so like, I really want to play with her, so like, she already sees when I'm going to play. Like, I'm getting all the achievements in Jedi Survivor.
Then, when I turn it on, she says, "Is it the little robot one?"
But does she like to watch you play?
She keeps watching. Really? She likes it. Is it the robot one?
You're not going to act like Malvado, right? You're not going to do like a kid when you used to hand them a disconnected controller. No, I let her.
I let her play. I let her.
I give her the controller so she just walks around. She likes Crash.
She loves Crash. I put on Crash. It's on a level that's in the water. Like that. She just walks straight and falls into the water. She fell.
I think Raisa needs to find the game she likes. She asked to...
Me to download Sims for her, and
Not the ones where you press the button a lot, you know? It's a simpler game like that.
not even Super Mario, which is just jumping and running. Man, so, like, there are these 4 profiles. There's 1 profile in each house, right? Because to get platinum, you have to play and do the exclusive mission for all 4 houses. Really? Yeah, you have to play in all 4 houses. So, that's what I
Think one for each?
I found that a bit, like, tedious, you know. It's not playing everything, but the beginning. You have to do the whole beginning of the game. You have to select it.
Now just keep pressing the circle button, hold the circle button. No.
I skipped all the dialogues and just went through everything just to get to the live stream.
I remember. I did the live stream. It wasn't my first time playing it. And I remember the live stream lasted an hour and 15 minutes, which is the time it takes for the Hogwarts Express to show up. Yeah. And the castle, it's almost an hour and 20 minutes of gameplay for you to get to Hogwarts.
But let me ask you, since you finished all 4 houses, what's the coolest main quest for each house?
The Azkaban one is the coolest.
The Hufflepuff one.
The Hufflepuff one is the coolest.
The guy isn't called Diggory from the portrait. It's Diggory.
He was Minister of Magic.
Yeah, he's the one who gives the Azkaban quest, right?
Yeah, for me, the coolest one was the Hufflepuff quest. The Ravenclaw one, the Slytherin one, where you had to find the cave, there was the giant squid thing. To be honest, I don't even remember the Ravenclaw one, man.
Man, Ravenclaw's always left out, right?
no, I don't remember what the mission was like. So, it's not something I did to get the platinum trophy.
Like, I just wanted to do it for the platinum trophy. So, I had already done everything I needed. That was the only thing left. So I did it, you know? The one that stood out to me the most was the Hufflepuff one, because you go to Azkaban, you know?
The atmosphere is really cool. You get there and you can talk, and then the scene doesn't end in a positive way, right? Yeah, there's that abrupt twist. You thought you'd get some info and maybe some redemption? No, I actually thought that was really cool.
And even though I think the mission could be cooler, you don't have that much freedom to explore Azkaban.
Yeah, it's just one big corridor.
A hallway where you walk, stop at a cell, talk, and move on.
Yeah, you don't get out, like you can't see the outside. I don't think it shows, no.
Just the inside, right? It's cool seeing Azkaban from inside. No.
Really cool, did you see? It's nice.
I hope the series shows it. It has potential, you know? It does. Because they can later show how Sirius came about or how Bartemius Crouch Jr.
They're asking us to read Mono's newspaper.
Awesome.
The Death Eater's running away.
Yeah, so...
I'll explain it in detail, but the series has many possibilities.
Man, you know what you said about Ravenclaw, about the Ravenclaw quest that you don't even remember? I think the game has really changed for Harry Potter fans because now Ravenclaw is what Hufflepuff used to be for me. I think with the arrival of Fantastic Beasts and Newt taking the lead, Hufflepuffs have opened up more. Which house are you from? Hufflepuff. So you see, good nerd and Hufflepuff go well together, huh? Good nerd.
And then you...
There's this thing like Ravenclaw became, it's the house I like the least, Ravenclaw.
Yeah, Ravenclaw is the house I identify with the least too. Is it because I'm dumb? No.
Because I think the house is really cool, but like, if you asked me, hey Kako, if you weren't Gryffindor, which house? Ravenclaw is my daughter's house. Katarina chose Ravenclaw. Wow. She chose Ravenclaw, she says.
Mariana's too, right?
I'm from the blue house.
She says. Then if I say to her, it's not you, I say it just to tease her. You're from the greenhouse. She gets mad. No, I'm from the blue house. I say, why, sweetie, are you in the blue house? She says, because I like it.
It's because, well, I like it, that's all. So,
in my head, but
if I had to choose, like, if I were to go to another house, I think I would be Slytherin.
so it's because of that, right? In my mind, as a layman now, Gryffindor is for warriors, Hufflepuff is for good people, Slytherin is for bad, and Ravenclaw is for smart people.
Yeah.
It's the big cliche. It's the most cliched way. Yeah, that's how people see it.
But that's the cool thing about Harry Potter, because you start out thinking that way, but you end the story differently. Because, you know, Snape was from Slytherin, but he wasn't evil. So there's this twist that's really cool.
An unexpected twist. Lockhart, who was that lying guy and all, Quirrell. But that's cool because Lockhart was from Ravenclaw. Even to be a liar, Lockhart was from Ravenclaw, right? The professor who lies about everything in Chamber of Secrets. Even to be a respectable liar, you need to be smart. Exactly. And it's not just about being smart. I think we really buy into that stigma, right? Like, oh yeah.
It's that kind of intelligence like super brainy. No. Look at Luna, for example. Luna is the essence of Ravenclaw, man. Like, the thirst for knowledge, the open mind. You know? She wanted to learn. People say Hermione should be in Ravenclaw, but never. She's the least Ravenclaw type. She's stubborn. If it's in the book, that's final.
But I read that Hermione is a hat stall too, right?
She was almost a hat stall.
But she spent about 4 minutes, right? Between Gryffindor and Ravenclaw.
Yes, the hat considered her because of her desire to know everything, to understand, to learn. But the thing is, a really cool thing about the hat is that the hat doesn't just see what the person is at that moment. The hat sees the potential, what the person can become. You know what I mean?
I got it.
No, she won't always follow that path.
Does the fact that you choose your Hogwarts house in the game bother you?
It doesn't bother me because I think it's something very personal, and the person will want to play in their house. Yeah, they'll want to play in their house.
Although I think a random draw system would be cool.
Not a random draw. I think not those tests on Pottermore that find out your house. I think the game could give you the option to take a small test.
Like a random draw, right? You could pick random and it would appear.
I wanted the game to include a test, maybe 4 or 5 questions, and then you choose.
The adventure. What's your favorite color? Blue, red, yellow?
You said Gryffindor Caesar when you were a teen. That's a lie.
Caesar Gryffindor is so you.
Imagine if, for example, before the sorting hat part, you did some missions on your own, and depending on how you acted, the sorting hat would choose your...
That would be cool. That would be cool.
That morality system, that's what I miss. Because I thought that in the game, when, wow, Hogwarts, a Harry Potter RPG, it's what we've always wanted. I thought that every choice in every mission would shape things, but it doesn't. The story follows a general path that's the same for everyone, regardless of your choices.
You know, that's the problem with hype, right? I think that's the issue with expectations. Me, personally, Tiago, I think I built up my expectations way too much. I think the game is amazing, but I think that for the day-to-day experience overall, I think I built up my expectations. I don't even know what I wanted to be different, you know? I think something really bothered me. Something, because I'm not the kind of person who gives up on a game. Yeah, I almost made it to the end, right? But something there, the story, I think it just didn't grab me.
But maybe it's the repetition itself, because you feel that too a little bit. It's the same thing. You go there, there's a little duel, and...
people get a little tired, right? And guys, comment below if you're one of the people who dropped the game, because in gaming, that happens a lot. It's much more common than you think. And let us know below if you finished, got 100%, if you were like Kako and Goudon who finished it, or if you just dropped it.
Man, one thing, I don't know. Goudon played it recently. It's fresher for him. Did you do the side missions there, or did you just do the main one and the necessary side missions?
No, I did the ones I thought were cooler and the necessary ones. Because, for example, to do the main quest, you have to learn Defindo or Descendo. So you have to learn it in the side quest. So it was kind of a balance. Personally, I tended to focus more on the main quest. But then, when I started to see that Sebastian's quest was progressing and getting more interesting, I started doing Sebastian's quest too. But I only unlocked Avada after finishing the whole main quest because the level didn't allow it.
I had to. He's the perfect example of a Slytherin who was doing these bad things for a greater cause, which was his sister. And I like that. No.
It wasn't evil for the sake of evil, right? It's not evil just for the sake of being evil.
Yeah, he claims everything he did was to save his sister.
Feitiço que você feitiço que você
He makes that argument that saving you from danger shouldn't be forbidden. Yeah. You know? Yeah.
In my mind, when he said that, I said, I agree, but then yeah. I put a bad one there just to keep going.
And Omnis Gaunt himself, too, which is a reference to the Gaunt family, right? Who are descendants and all that. I think that's, yeah. These references, these tributes in the game are really cool.
What I really like about Hogwarts Legacy, by the way, guys, I don't know if you saw, this wand with this book that's here. Oh, it's the collector's edition of the game that I got from Warner when the game was released. Then the game comes in a steelbook, really beautiful and all. And it comes with this book with the map of Hogwarts and the wand, which is kind of the symbol of Hogwarts Legacy, right? We leave it here on the set because, man, this is amazing. I was really touched when Warner sent it to me. I was like, wow, that's really cool. Anyway, just going back, one thing I really liked about Hogwarts Legacy is the exploration itself. I found it limited. It's not truly open world, since a real open world has no real end, right? The world has some limits to it.
Excuse me, did you unlock everything after finishing it?
Excuse me.
Did you unlock everything? Like, can you go anywhere on the map, or is there some place with that little barrier?
There's a barrier, especially when you're on a broom. You can't go to certain places flying, right?
But they have a barrier there, and there are places you can't access.
There are times when you're like, oh, I want to leave Hogwarts and go to the beach area. To be able to go there, I have to go through the mine. This is after the blockade. No, go on. No.
You have to follow those paths. So,
It ends up, yeah.
It's not much of an open world. More or less open. Yeah. So, like,
Flavor.
open world.
Open world flavor.
like, I get that making an open world really takes a lot, right? We're talking about a game, Hogwarts Legends. It's a A game, right? It's a game that's huge, and I think it fulfills its purpose in some ways, but it fails at certain points. The open world, I think it could be more open because the wizarding world is so rich to be explored, you know? But there are a lot of limitations you have to put in place because you have to be careful not to go against the books, not to go against the universe that's already been created.
Let me give you an example. I'm playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, right? The one with the Spartans and everything. And it's really cool. And for example, you can get a boat and the map is huge. So if you need to leave one city to go to another, you go to the port, you get a boat, and you take that boat to another island. The boat speeds up, pirates can show up, and you fight with, man, that's awesome. You fight from one boat to another. Like L1, the guys shoot arrows at the other boat. R1, do the guys shoot cannons or not? Other things there. But the coolest thing, for example, is if you stop the boat in the middle of the sea, you can go there and dive. The guy dives, there's a button prompt. Hold the button so the guy can swim, go deeper. Sorry, to me, that's open world.
Man,
How cool not to know that, man.
This game is awesome.
there's the sea.
You have the fish swimming, you go swimming, swimming, swimming. There's a chest at the bottom of the sea.
The Black Lake, for example, you can't. In Hogwarts Legacy, you can only go into it in some parts, but you dive, you can't really explore the Black Lake, right?
Man, you arrive in a city. If you want to go there and kill everyone in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, you can. But then your wanted level, like being hunted by mercenaries, goes up.
So, that's what I would like to have in Hogwarts Legacy. Awesome. This morality system, like, and some kind of punishment in the game. You know, people even joked about it once on Twitter. I mentioned it, right? About what you guys felt was missing. Yeah, and then people said something about it being kind of like GTA, where you do things and you get stars. Cool. Although GTA is a completely different type of game, it would be cool to have a mechanic like that, you know? Being wanted by the authorities. Yeah.
Think about it with me. Not exactly like the stars in GTA, right? No, it's just an example. Just an example. But like, for example, you reach a level where, man, the auras are already going to show up at Hogwarts.
Exactly.
They'll arrest you, followed by a cutscene of your arrest.
Uh-huh.
Okay, just for fun, yes. But that's somewhat expected from morality. That's it.
That happened at a certain point, more towards the end of the story. I remember that when the protagonist, he takes on the role of headmaster, right? He takes a dose of polyjuice potion and does something there. He talks with Weasley, and Weasley starts talking about you, right? Uh-huh. She says she heard that you went to the Forbidden Forest and this and that. But then she talks, the cutscene ends, and nothing changes.
Nothing changes. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Things happen regardless of your choice. Did you understand? What really only changes is the ending. Are you going to choose to use the magic, protect the ancient magic, or are you going to take the magic for yourself? And if you take the magic for yourself, what does that change? You took the magic for yourself.
I had chosen to keep the magic. Then I think it was Fig, if I'm not mistaken. He goes like, are you sure? Then he gives a little speech here. Then I say, actually, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. Man, you know what would be? Unfortunately, in this story, you're a student and you start in the 5th year. But now, what would you guys like to see in Hogwarts Legacy 2? I'd like to be a first-year student. Now, what I don't think will happen, okay, because of the variety of spells you learn,
the transformation of this story that we saw.
So, but you know what would be amazing? For example, if you could go through the King's Cross platform, you know? You put your character there to make the journey from King's Cross to find the platform. You know what I mean? You walking through the train, through the Hogwarts Express. That's the kind of thing I really missed.
Broom Express, I followed it on a broom.
I followed the train over the bridge. It was really cool. But, for example, then I keep thinking Hogwarts Legacy 2 is going to be, I don't know, it's going to be the same just in 6th year, in 7th year.
What else is there to learn about spells?
Because what we already know about the game is two things. One, that it's in development. And two, that it's now being developed in partnership with everyone who organized the HBO sets so that Hogwarts Legacy 2 will be similar to HBO's Hogwarts.
So it has narrative similarity, right?
But to what extent will that be? What will the story be? Will Sebastian still exist? Or are they going to start now in 1900? You're a new wizard.
And I also think about the fact that Harry Potter games work really well because there's one villain. It's Voldemort, right? And so, we have the first, the second, the third. From the first to the last Harry Potter game, we have the story from the books, from the movies there. So it works. This story in Hogwarts Legacy is a story created for the game. Who is the next villain? What will it be? What will the narrative be?
I didn't know about this information that they're making the second game in partnership with HBO, but I just thought of it. What if the story of the second game is set much further in the future and the game could serve as a prequel to the HBO series itself? Maybe we'll meet them and even be in the same group as the Marauders, witnessing their stories firsthand.
Does it make sense to think the game will come out in 3 or 4 years when the series will already be in its 3rd or 4th season?
But then it will be a complimentary game?
They said it seems like it just came out.
I saw that rumor.
2027? I don't think so.
Man, sorry, you can't announce a game and have it released the next year. A game the size of Hogwarts.
But they haven't officially announced Hogwarts Legacy, right? What happened was, the CEO said, Hogwarts Legacy is the priority and it's in development.
But think about it. If it started being developed in 2023 right after it ended, that's already 3 years of development for the game.
Exactly.
Right? 3 years of development. Man, my dream would be for it to be online. No, that too. Also, I think they'll give it some kind of multiplayer mode, right?
That would be really cool.
Yeah, some kind of multiplayer mode to duel with friends, that kind of thing, right? I think that's really cool. I think it's really cool. But my dream, but then that's just nostalgia. But I really wanted to play a Sorcerer's Stone game like the one on PlayStation 1.
With the graphics.
With the graphics from Hogwarts Legacy. Do the chess challenge. For example, imagine, look how cool you're Harry and walking around the Dursleys' house. Now you have to look for something, then you walk around. You have complete freedom to walk, to wander a little beyond Privet Drive. Yes, it's bizarre, it's hard, it's not going to happen, right? I don't think it will.
I think that. But maybe they'll release the game based on the series.
That would be amazing. It's my dream.
But I know.
About the path, check this out. Another idea I had. For example, in Hogwarts Legacy 2, you could be at Hogwarts, right? And then you open the menu there and you don't just control one now. You can control, I don't know, a student, but you could also control a Ministry of Magic employee, for example. So when you select, for example, to control the other character, he has a job. I don't know, he could be an Auror, so he'll be there. You'll have the Ministry of Magic. I need other places. Obviously, that's hard for the developer. Yeah, sorry, developer. Sorry, I want other places.
Developer over there.
That guy there. No, it's game 2.
Man, I need another place besides Hogwarts to explore. I don't want a Hogwarts Legacy 2 just to explore the areas around Hogwarts like in the first game and do the same challenges. I want to go to Diagon Alley. I want to do my shopping, you know?
Yeah, no, not having Diagon Alley is also something I really missed.
Like, okay, you started in the 5th year, but so what? You still need your school supplies. Make you go to the Leaky Cauldron, open the brick entrance to Diagon Alley. Man, that's super exciting.
Yeah, Hogsmeade, like in that park area.
No, but Hogsmeade in the game is kind of like Diagon Alley, right? Yeah, that's where you buy your stuff.
Yeah, so Hogsmeade in the game became like Diagon Alley, which I completely disagree with. I love Zonko's there. No.
Honeydukes.
The decoration, but it's kind of a shortcut.
They put a branch of the stores, right? Oh, Ollivander's is so famous that it has a branch here.
I didn't really like that part, so I wanted a bit more exploration. I wanted to be able to explore the Hogwarts Express just like in the Game Boy Advance games where you could walk around with Harry and go to the back of the train, that kind of thing. An attack on the Hogwarts Express, facing something like what happens with the Dementor in Prisoner of Azkaban, facing that kind of thing. So I missed having a bit more of that. And when I mentioned the Ministry of Magic, it doesn't even have to be limited to the Ministry. I can go back to Diagon Alley whenever I want to buy something. Yes. Is that canonical? No, the student doesn't visit Diagon Alley to shop.
But it's open.
But it's an open world.
They did the same with Labyrinto. You constantly have to go there to buy items for him to level up.
I love the idea of flying a broom to Hogsmeade, then landing before everything. But I think, I don't know, it's a bit much.
You know what I wish we could do? Apparition. Okay. I wish we could cast a Patronus. That we could conjure a Patronus. Wow.
That Patronus was missing, yeah.
Like maybe, I don't know, Animagus, you know? To transform into an Animagus. Cool.
Awesome. That would be really cool. Rat, dog, and you walking around. Yeah, that would be really cool.
You know, right? That would be really cool. It's hard. Like, it would have to be a really tough mission. To complete it, it had to be a really hard mission to make it match.
Matching the story is tough, but I think having that would be really cool.
Because there's the mission of, like, you face Animagus, so there's already that background. There's the Polyjuice Potion mission. But, okay, you do all that, and...
You don't do it. Yeah, right? You don't have the experience of doing that with the character?
Imagine you like the same way it was. You pretend to be the professor, go on a mission, discover things, and you end up being cornered in the meantime. Look how it could be built.
Do you think there's a chance Dumbledore could be the protagonist of the second one?
Man.
Chance. And back when he was studying at the school...
Right? When you ask me about the chance, there's a chance of anything. Well, I honestly don't know.
I would bet my life on it.
I would bet my life on it. But I don't know. I have no idea what they intend with Hogwarts Legacy 2. Neither do I. I have no idea what the theme or the story could be. I have no idea if we're going to continue as the protagonist with the character we played in the first one.
Not sure, maybe in year 6, like a continuation?
That's what has me wondering, like, what's going to happen?
I wouldn't want it to be a continuation.
Me neither.
I don't find it interesting either.
Because...
Man, it's the same places, the same game, the same progression. No.
And another thing, well, like, 50% of the missions are you learning spells. Yeah, you finish with everything. So am I supposed to start the game with everything?
I'm gonna learn, right?
Learn everything all over again?
Man, now a first-year student would be super interesting.
But I think you learn it all.
No, and another thing, what's the challenge for a first-year student? They're not casting Avada Kedavra or Cruciatus. So maybe now it should shift away from you being a student?
I don't know, man.
But I like that idea.
You're a teacher, I don't know.
You're like Dumbledore.
You're a teacher. A teacher.
Teacher.
The guy himself. He's going to be the teacher himself.
No, to be the teacher instead of the student now, you know? That's it.
But then,
It won't be fun. The teacher doesn't play Quidditch, but I want to.
You know? But like, it's hard, man. It's hard to think about the story of the second one. What's the story? That's the point. So, I don't know. I think I'd actually prefer it to be based on the series. On the books, you know? Or if they make it open world, man, make it a real open world. You can go to France, you can go to Brazil.
The protagonist has to be Niels Kamen, right, man?
That
would be really cool, man.
Can you imagine?
Man, you're there as a student and... Oh, but then you'd get a lot of the creature part, like...
Running away. Niels Kamen graduating there, post-Hogwarts, right? Not graduating, but...
That's why I say it must be a huge challenge for the developers, because Red Dead Redemption 2 or God of War 2 many second installments, Uncharted 3 are much better than the first. Why? Because they learn from their mistakes.
But isn't Red Dead set in the past?
Red Dead 1 is set in the past?
No, Red Dead 2 takes place before the first one, right?
No, the point isn't really about the timeline. That's not what I mean. It's more about the quality itself, you know? Man, every NPC in Red Dead Redemption 2, there's a guy that if you kill his fingernail, he'll keep chasing you until you get tired. That's a thing.
Like...
Every NPC has a story. You play Red Dead, I played it, I finished it. So what happens then?
I played the start of the game and found it boring. But like, I know it's an awesome game, but I couldn't play it. I have the disc there. Yeah.
It has a slow start. It takes 2.5, 3 hours to really get going.
They say you get through it, and it's a
thing that... Sorry, Algodon. It's something that... It's a theme that... Westerns don't catch my attention at all.
Let me just say one thing. Let me give a little opinion.
No, I was going to say that, like, Red Dead, People say that once you get past the snow, it gets good. It's true. I got past the snow. I played it for another 3 or 4 hours, but then it started, oh, you go there. Oh, you ride a horse. You spend half an hour on a horse, but it's about the journey. Then I decided it was tiring.
It's the journey. Games like that, they're made to sell the journey.
I have a 3-year-old daughter, my friend.
I can't do it.
I can't keep doing the whole journey.
If I sit down to play for 3 hours until the game starts to get interesting,
If you follow the guy who's hammering wood in Red Dead Redemption, you'll see the guy hammering, you'll see the nail. If you zoom in, going in, you might return the next day or after a few missions and see the guy has finished building his house. NPCs have their own lives in Red Dead.
You're going to read a lot?
It's cool. You'll see it on TikTok. I think that when there's an alligator there, you go, hunt the alligator, and he skins the alligator. So I think that brings a bit more realism. That's why GTA 6 is taking so long. Because it's Rockstar 2. They're going to want to do something on TikTok, and what will win people over are these details, you know? If you get shot here in the shoulder, your character is going to walk. Like, you know? It has to be like that, man. You get it? Yeah.
I think Red Dead Redemption, as a game, is a work of art. Yeah.
it's a work of art.
That's it, I have no doubt. Now, it's just something that didn't grab me. I even wanted to stick with it, to have that experience with those details. But I think those details would make a real difference in Hogwarts Legacy.
It would be really cool, that kind of realism. One time I was walking around in Hogwarts Legacy somewhere. I don't know. I don't remember exactly where. But there was a body. Did you get to that? Did you find a body? The body of a wizard who'd been murdered. And next to it, there was a little note with something written on it. I think that's cool. I like those details. I think that kind of detail is cool, you know? It's something that adds more to the game. But thinking for a second, the only thing I'm sure about is that I also wanted to get away from Hogwarts a little and have the possibility to explore other places.
But I really like the idea, man, of the game kind of serving as a prequel to the story of the series. Because it would be something like, okay, you watch the series, that's awesome. But if you watch the series, liked it, and want to know more about this universe, there's a game here that will teach you a lot. Then you can, maybe not in the first season, so it doesn't end up being a spoiler, but towards the end, mention things from the game. Don't put in a reference that if you haven't played, you won't understand. No, just put an Easter egg, a painting, or the name of an adventure showing up there. I think it would be something that connects the series, which is going to be really popular, with the game so that one boosts the other, you know?
I wanted more character references, you know? I wanted, okay, you're a random character. Just like in this one, there's Omini's Gaunt, Sebastian, and Weasley, right? But now I wanted characters that show up. Characters we've seen in the movies, you know? I'm studying in a time period, like you mentioned, the Marauders, right? I don't know, I'm a random character at Hogwarts in 1970, okay? And then I'm living there, like this part of the game, this part is 1970, and I'm in the first Wizarding War there.
That would be really crazy.
You know, man, this
A game...
Would be very...
from that now Hogwarts would be Hogwarts 1970. While I'm playing my character who isn't in the books, I think it's actually cool to have a character not in the books.
Just a thing. You know what would be awesome? A game where you play as Voldemort Tom Riddle. Like, you do everything until you become Voldemort. And then it flips. It flips. Like The Last of Us 2. Damn.
I know.
Cool. Really awesome.
Hey, developer, here's a tip. Really cool, awesome.
And switch to Dumbledore.
To look for the Horcruxes, right? Yeah, it would be a lot. Now, your mission is to go to Borgs and Burgs and have a, like, normal work day, you know, there in Diagon Alley and Nocturne Alley.
But making a game like that, let's say, assuming it would be Hogwarts Legacy 2, wouldn't it end up ruining the fun of the series? You'll see all that, and when the series adapts it, you'll think, I already saw this in the game, it was better there. Maybe.
Maybe it's a risk.
You know, I think they're different audiences, right? There's the gamer and the casual audience who watches a series.
They're different audiences, I agree, but I think they could clash. I think so. It's much easier.
That's it. HBO already knows what the story of Hogwarts Legacy 2 is, period. I just don't know what it is, yeah.
I think what's most likely to happen is that there will be this series, and the game will be a separate thing.
Not being the same story, not related to the same story.
I want one thing to connect to the other without breaking it.
But I think...
Will your game be named Hogwarts Legacy 2? Or could it be a completely different name?
Maybe by the name, to keep it.
Right? For us, like God of War, right? Hogwarts Legacy and a subtitle, right?
Yeah, Hogwarts Legacy 2 I think is pretty generic.
Yeah, no, it's like Hogwarts Legacy Ascension, Hogwarts Legacy something else.
The War, man,
If it's the first war, I don't really know. Oh, it's cool. I like it.
because analyzing it as a property, the name Hogwarts Legacy it's big.
It's a big deal. It already is. And man, it's already one of the best-selling games in gaming history. They already have a solid brand, which is Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah. So, I think they'll follow other wizards making their own Hogwarts Legacy. We've already had the 1800s now. Now we're going to the 1900s. So it's here. Eventually, it will catch up to the Harry Potter movies. Walking around Hogwarts, you might meet a kid with glasses and a scar. That would be awesome.
You know, imagine in the third game, it's a story, a parallel story that happened between the first and second seasons, but then it'll be released towards the end. Then you play it and nostalgia hits you. Wow, there's Harry and Hermione.
I think that's really cool. The idea of meeting characters from the movies. There, I said it. If it were Hogwarts in 1970 at some point, you'd be seeing a different perspective, like, I don't know, Snape getting bullied or the Marauders there, in the Hogwarts gardens, that kind of thing. You'll see the Death Eaters from that time, like, I don't know, Lucius Malfoy, Regulus, man, endless ideas.
Man, I think this is from the first Wizarding War because, it's hard for the series to show that. I don't know if it's going to happen. Maybe?
Maybe they'll show a few things in flashbacks.
Order of the Phoenix, yeah. In the Order of the Phoenix season, there should be enough flashback time for that.
But then the series, the game, for example, could add a lot. It's not about taking the fun out of one or the other, but rather adding to the universe.
Yes, it could.
Man, but I'm saying that this game, Hogwarts Legacy, I think it's going to be released. I don't think that rumor is right. It's unlikely. No, I think it'll take at least another 2 or 3 years to release the game. So we're talking about 2030. That means the Harry Potter series would be in its 4th season.
Third, going into the 4th season.
Wow.
That's a lot. Hogwarts Legacy. Still, I think going back a bit to the first one. I see a lot of Hogwarts Legacy in the side missions, kind of like Uncharted, you know?
Yeah, but with puzzles. Puzzle.
As my brother would say, Uncharted, the game where all you do is climb. Because every time Tiago walked past the TV, I was climbing a mountain.
And man, I love Uncharted. Seriously, I love Uncharted.
Man, Uncharted 4 is one of the coolest games I've ever... Man.
I think it's really good. Look.
That scene, when they find a ship, way at the end, the ship inside, that cave, right? It's the most beautiful thing, man. No, I remember that.
The final scene, full of references. And the first Uncharted I played was the 4th one.
I started with the 4th one too.
Then you go backwards and you start remembering, oh, that's why.
Isn't the last scene at his house?
Isn't it the photographs, right? There are the photos.
Him at the house has everything, yeah.
That's it, yeah, I remembered.
I started with 4 too, because that's the one that came with my console. I bought the PS4 at the time and it came with that one.
It's an awesome game, right?
It's amazing. So I played it and I was like, man, this is awesome. Then I found out there were others, so I started playing them, and then I started understanding the references in the 4th one.
Exactly.
And it showed up in the 4th game.
I recommend you play Uncharted 4 multiplayer mode. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's just that,
A little battle, like a battle royale. You and some other guys on a map, You have to kill them, It's really cool, man. Cool. It's those stories, This guy's really cool.
Speaking of multiplayer then.
Do you think Hogwarts Legacy...
Was the first one missing something by not being online? By not having multiplayer?
It's a multiplayer Quidditch game, man. Just imagine.
I always throw in my little jabs here because I think they're necessary. They left Quidditch out of Hogwarts Legacy to create a separate game, which flopped, and now everyone's moved on. Nothing better.
I'm interested in playing this game.
Man, I played it. It's fun. It's really fun. But it's far, far, far from being a real Quidditch game.
The PlayStation 2 version was better than this one.
Or the Quidditch World Cup. Way better.
Some characters like Victor Krum in Bulgaria are way better. It was really cool.
Way better.
This one, I honestly think that if they made it with the expectation of like, oh, let's not put it in Hogwarts Legacy. Let's make a game.
It didn't work out.
It was shooting themselves in the foot. I mean, it doesn't come anywhere close to being a Quidditch game.
Imagine a Quidditch game.
Cool like the one on PlayStation.
Imagine a Quidditch match in the same style as League of Legends. You put it on random mode, you choose your position, right? Then you build your team and you start playing. It's like that FIFA one you recommended to me.
The rush mode from FIFA. Yeah, that's it.
Man.
This is, you can choose just for yourself. I want to play as the goalkeeper. I want to be the top scorer. This is like in Quidditch.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it is. But the seasons are really short, And the online mode, man, the online mode, you guys will have to forgive me. It's impossible to play.
Because online games are something I avoid playing. It's tough. It's toxic, you know? Because it's like, no, it's like this. There are people who are pros, you know? The game comes out today, and by next week, people are already.
I call them addicts.
Yeah, exactly. They're, man, really addicted. You can't even play. One time, I still remember, Katarina's godfather said, "Hey, download Battle Warzone?"
Call of Duty Warzone? No.
The Star Wars one. Battlefront. Star Wars. Play it just so we can have some fun. Play together. I said, fun my ass, man. I played that crap. I got pissed off.
In FIFA, I would be the guy who makes you angry. No.
Listen, you just got beat in FIFA, okay?
I stopped. Let me tell you.
You get your ass kicked in FIFA. Ah, hold on. We're going to play a little FIFA.
No, we have to bring a PlayStation 5 here for the end of year Seção Reservada. We use the button. I told Goudon that, right? Goudon was playing there. I said, Goudon, I didn't want to say anything, but there's no way with FIFA. Then the guy started playing. It's always like that, right? No, I haven't played in years. No, I'll play. The guy beat me 8-3, 8-2. I said, oh, come on, Goudon. Man, the guy, wow, dude, he's better. And he still says he hasn't played in a while, huh? Oh, what a joke.
I play.
Seriously.
Here's the thing. FIFA is kind of our thing. It's the game I play the most with my brother. So, like, we're going to play. My brother is at home. He says, I'm going to play a match.
You really play FIFA?
What, man?
The game?
Damn, man. So I play with my uncle.
It's not my favorite, but I like it.
If you have
One more.
grab a weekend. You can organize a little tournament, man.
That's true, man. Just imagine.
I'm not sure I'd do it. It feels like too much. I just like playing with my brother sometimes. Okay.
Okay, yeah, but think about the barbecue.
If you make a barbecue just for fun.
But just some friendly matches there. No, look.
Brazil and Serbia play a World Cup game at 7 o'clock. We'll meet in the afternoon.
Leave the game, get some barbecue, come back, and wait for game time to watch. Sound good?
Don't watch the World Cup at my place. No, we do it my way. There are 70 controversies.
Look at this. One day we watch one of the games, have some barbecue, watch the World Cup match, and that's it.
Deal.
And some gaming with greasy hands.
That's it. No.
No, not like that. Hold on.
Hold on, no. I'm just kidding.
Come on. The idea is like this. Oh, I'm playing against Tigo, then you, Kako, and Michelle go get the barbecue. Come on.
From Boo Boo, do you like this idea? A little FIFA tournament. Are you in?
Hell no. I don't even play that crap.
Or you don't play?
Let me see if the Federation lets me. Ah! I'm just messing with you.
You know what I just remembered? Back in school, I had a rock band, right? Just a little rock band. And then there was going to be a party at school, and we wanted to play. And then I said, but we wanted to play different kinds of music. We didn't just want to play rock. I said, hey, there are some guys over there who have a pagode group, right? Let's talk to the guy. I swear to you, the kid came up with this one. Damn, Gabriel is that jerk's name.
That's so lame.
Gabriel, he remembered.
That's so lame, Gabriel. He's like this, look. I said, hey, let's do it. We're going to perform. We're going to play some songs. Do you want to play, like, with your pagode group? He was like, I need to check with my manager. I swear to you. Gotta see if my manager approves. We were in our second year of high school, man. If that's the case, have you ever even heard the name of the pagode group? I've never even heard of that crap, you loser. You freaking failure.
Plot no. Screw you, man.
No, plot twist. Damn it, go on.
Twist. He's George Anagon.
That's when everything fell apart.
Plot twist. The guy became Zeca Pagodinho.
No way, man. Do you actually think I'm that old?
It's Tiaguinho, come on.
I swear, man, it was total crap.
It's Rodriguinho, you rascal.
What is it?
It's the same thing, like, right? Like, no, I need to see how the manager. There was a manager. Bullshit.
Did you see the video of Rodriguinho and Sarves trying to sing? Man, that's crazy. Sometimes those guys...
They get off topic.
Yeah, it is.
What an excuse. What a jerk. Come on, let's keep going.
Come on, Hogwarts legends, Mom, Grandma.
Look. Another thing. The possibility of visiting other schools of magic and witchcraft.
I think that's cool.
Or is it too complex?
I think it's cool. I think it's really awesome. It's his job, man. That's his problem. He gets paid for it. He's the one who develops it.
The game will cost, it's a fact, 200 to 300 billion.
Yeah, expensive game. Man, I think it has to be, for the developer.
Too bad. It's going to be $400 on your card, huh?
Yeah, no.
Depending on the price of GTA 6, that's going to create a domino effect.
Yeah, because GTA 6 is going to, look,
If a game today costs on average $499, $399, GTA 6 is going to cost $799, I'm sure, about 800 Rs.
I don't think it'll come out at the standard price.
Do you think it will?
I don't think so, man. It's going to be a little more expensive.
But so $699 or $799, I mean, it's just that.
No, because the games aren't $399. They're like $299 at most, maybe $345.
okay.
They might do some kind of early access, and then you pay full price for it.
But like a pre-order, right? Okay.
Yeah, GTA 5, for example. What keeps the game going isn't even the initial sale, because in a month or two, the price will drop. What really sells is the online part. When the guy puts money in, that's what generates revenue. So it's going to be expensive. It's going to be at least full price, if not just a little bit less. So yeah, if it doesn't have that, but I don't think it's going to take that long. But what I mean is GTA 6 is going to it's going to have a high price.
Create a trend of, oh, if you can, let's do it.
Exactly. Then there will have to be I really remember the case of a game called Forspoken. I didn't play it. I just watched David Jones's video. Like, it's a crappy game. I could tell just from the gameplay. A horrible game. Poorly polished, poorly made, sold at full price because, oh, it's an AA game and it's full price. So the quality doesn't matter. It's full price because, oh, it's full price, you know?
Man, a game I played recently, it's not that new, but that Become Human one. Yeah, look.
Detroit Become Human.
Hello.
It's one of the best games I've ever played.
Man, but that's one of those choice things that we can bring to Hogwarts Legacy, where your choices really define the game.
Well, and another thing, the choice is final, right?
Exactly, yeah.
I only saw that one. It's similar to Until Dawn.
Watch a stream of it, then play Until Dawn.
Man, Until Dawn. Have you played it, Drew? I already have.
It's about choices too. It's horror. Horror with choices, man.
It's insane. So look, if you're still very much, it's Hourglass. Yeah, it's good, you know? It's about some friends who are in a cabin, and then some things start happening, and depending on your choices, some people die, some people stay alive.
Exactly.
You know what's even cooler? For example, I'm not going to spoil it, right? But Tiago, out of a group of 5 people, 4 survived. In my case, only 2. In mine, just 1. That's it. And people...
Depending on the choices you make.
And the people who survived vary according to the choices you make.
Man, that's cool. I don't remember if your character can die in Until Dawn. Can they? Sometimes you end up alone because everyone else dies.
Now...
Bro, and what about when you have to make a move with the analog stick and you do it wrong? Then you mess up and the guy gets stabbed.
There's a section of the game like that.
I'm going to download this.
Bro.
It's really cool. Bro, it's really worth it, really.
It's really cool.
So, 2 things. There's a stage that really caught my attention near the end, right? Where you have to stand still so the monster doesn't see you. And when you're playing, you panic.
Like, no.
Yeah, honestly, let me tell you something. You know why I never played this crap? I'm terrified of horror games, man.
So this one you won't panic?
Like, I swear to you.
Eh,
I finished The Last of Us, Days Gone. I didn't platinum Days Gone, but I finished it.
It's the motorcycle one?
Right? It's really crazy.
I played, but I didn't go.
It's really crazy.
It's really cool. I played, but it was just brief moments of courage where I decided to play.
Play during the day, play during the day. Yeah, play during the day.
With the window open. Dude, it can be any time. Playing at night isn't what scares me about the game. It makes me panic.
I think so.
I want it for you, but I'm like that with some games too. No.
It makes me panic. Like, it's not that I'm afraid of the monster. Oh, afraid of a...
No, it's more about the uncertainty of what will happen.
It's a feeling of panic.
Not in control. I'm not in control.
Man, I get so much that my friends, once we were at home, big hug, Alain, we bought that Outlast game. Damn, Outlast is horrible because, man, you don't have a weapon. You just film and run away and hide. Damn, that was fucking terrifying. So I said, man, I'm not gonna play. I'll watch you guys play, but I'm not gonna play, man.
Watching is, I'm like...
Like, it gives me, I don't know, it gives me claustrophobia. It makes me feel weird, you know?
Countdown is even worse because Countdown is one of the games...
That made me the most tense, I think, man.
So, but if I'm playing with someone, okay, I mean, I don't know. It kind of splits the
I think...
There are missions you do with people, there are missions you do alone. But another really cool thing about this game, besides the whole atmosphere, is how the universe is created. Because you discover the story, not in chronological order. You discover the story as you progress, going through each little door, checking things out here and there, and you read a report, you see something. And like, there's a cool thing where you collect pages of the book, and as the story moves forward, then you get a flashback that explains everything.
And do you know who the main actor who plays Anti-Doll is? It's the guy from Mr. Robot, you know, the actor who played Freddie Mercury in the Queen movie.
Malik, right? That's it.
He plays him. So it's him, his face, his look. Man, there are so many games. If we start talking here, wow, I subscribe to PlayStation Deluxe.
Me too.
By the way, you get access to the classics catalog, Toy Story 1, 2.
3. Once they charged a huge amount all at once, I had forgotten. No.
I subscribed last week, and a $700 annual subscription already hit my card. I thought that, but man, it's a lot. It wasn't in installments.
Man, it stayed with me. Dude.
Isn't it, man? Wasn't it?
My bill, damn, Reza, you're going to kill me.
I said, it's the 22nd and my bill is already like this. What's that?
They cloned my card.
Who cloned my card? Myself.
One time I called the bank.
Really?
They cloned my card, and then the lady was checking things with me. Oh, okay. Yeah, this one is more. This one is more. This one is true. That one was really me. But anyway, that one was yours.
Yeah, that one was yours. Wow, man.
COD, man, I was really stressed, guys. Wow, because they cloned my COD to buy something for $20 on Amazon. She said it wasn't me. They blocked my COD until a new one arrived. Wow.
But I went through a cursed phase in my life. When my Instagram got hacked, my card got cloned. Seriously, man, it was bizarre. It was a time when I said, damn, people need a spiritual cleanse. Yeah.
Man, I remember people saying,
Dude, go get yourself blessed.
the guy only had that and was scared to open the trunk. There's the guy on Instagram.
Me pissed off. Screw you.
The guy who'd start the live stream acting like the Joker, man. Damn.
No.
Damn.
No,
Shit. Yeah, man. Damn, too, man.
No, but look, now going back to the games. It's cool for us to bring this perspective from other games, to see mechanics that work and would be cool to have in Hogwarts Legacy 2 and that were missing in Hogwarts Legacy 1. This one, I always harp on the morality thing, which I thought was really weak in Hogwarts Legacy. There's no morality system.
There's a lack of consequences.
I like Seção Reservada because it lets us freely discuss other topics. I saw your tweet yesterday and felt just like you. If I mention anything on Twitter besides Harry Potter, it's like I'm the crappy version of you.
Man, you're a piece of crap. Yeah, man, something like that popped up for me about the Lion King game from Super Nintendo.
So I retweeted it. I said, damn, I didn't even know this level existed because I never got past the third one.
It's frustrating. No one replies. I have 150,000 Twitter followers, but are there no Corinthians fans? Whenever I mention Corinthians, I only get 2 likes. Thing is, Gado, you talk about everything. You're doing well. You talk about Flamengo. You talk about...
About Flamengo, I once criticized the goalkeeper in the first half saying, man, this goalkeeper is blah, blah, blah. I left my phone far away, watched the game, then opened it, complained about him, and Zay began investigating me.
No, people catch on. That's why I say it. So, I like the session because at least people see that we talk more about other things than Harry Potter. Well,
You mentioned Deluxe there. I downloaded Toy Story 2 the other day. It hit me.
I like the third one, man. The third one is really cool.
I didn't play it back then. I downloaded 2.
2 is hard.
It's just that 2 is hard because of the way you change the camera.
You saw the story there, didn't you?
No, it's from the PlayStation 1. What was the first console you ever played?
PlayStation 2. It was the Kung Fu Panda game.
Kung Fu Panda.
Wait a minute. The first console you ever played was the PlayStation 2? PlayStation 2. He's a baby, right?
The generation is Y, it's Z, I don't know.
For PSP, for Xbox 360.
The guy already moved on to the PSP.
Man, I held a PSP in my hand.
Man, I used to play a lot PES 2013 on the PSP. I still remember it to this day. Real Madrid versus Rayo Vallecano.
It's vintage. It's vintage. Hey, Bumbo. What was the first video game you ever played? Atari.
Fan, is it even before the Atari?
No. Oh, okay.
It's after, man.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, hey, do you remember the Master System that already came with Sonic built in? You didn't need a game or cartridge. Just turn it on and Sonic started right up. It was so cool. That was amazing technology.
But at least I got to experience the time when you could go downtown, buy 3 CDs for 10 reais, and play.
No, I bought a lot.
3 for 10 was expensive. It was 3 for 5.
I bought a lot of games. No, my 3 for PlayStation 2. Then I was going to unlock them there at Mass.
Man, the PlayStation 2 was unlocked. The PlayStation 1 was also unlocked, but I think especially the PlayStation 2. It was something that opened a door for people to play a lot of games.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And there was a lot of variety, man. I'm kind of surprised by how many games they used to release. My first console was the NES, right? That was before the Super Nintendo. Mine too. It was the square one, the little square. The cartridges were, man.
We're talking about me here, humble.
The cartridges were big and there was Super Mario 3, right?
You'd insert and push down the cartridge.
And you would close it, right? Then I moved on to the Super Nintendo, to the Nintendo. Wow.
I never had the Super Nintendo. You didn't? I really wanted one. I went to play.
At a friend's house. A friend. The Game Boy Color, right? I still have it today, man. With Pokemon and everything. Pokemon Blue, Pokemon Red. Wow. And then Pokemon Yellow. Then I moved on to the Nintendo 64. I didn't go to Xbox. I went straight to PlayStation 1, and I never left PlayStation after that.
For me, Xbox is the same thing. Yeah, I had a Nintendo, which wasn't even mine. It was my brother's. My brother. By the way, it's my brother's birthday today. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Ciro.
Oh, Zero? Yeah, cool. He speaks well.
Ciro. He's from 87. He's turning 39, huh?
Wow.
He's from 87, and the NES is from 85. So he had the NES, but, you know, we used to get things way late, because it was when they got cheaper, right?
So, my brother had the NES, and we used to play together. The only cartridge we had was Super Mario 3. That's why it's my favorite game.
Was it the squirrel one? The suit he wore. Wait, wasn't that Super Mario 3 the raccoon suit? That's it.
Yeah, there was the frog suit. That's it. Wow. Perfect. I really love this game. And then, my mom threw it away. She threw it out because, wow, that mom thing, right? She said it broke the video game.
Like that. Now the collector in me cries now.
Right? Man.
Now you just watch high-quality restoration videos.
I went to check out a NES in the box, and it's like $8,000 for the complete set.
My brother has a Pokemon collection that's probably worth more than 20,000, maybe 25,000 Rs, I think.
That's still not much, especially with Pokemon.
No, I think it's worth even more. No, because they're sealed cartridges. Pokemon Blue sealed with the manual, Yellow with the manual. The Fire Red, Silver, and Gold versions are in great condition and well cared for.
Is it graded or not?
No, it's just the packaging, man.
Hey, I found out that David Jones is a big fan of Pokemon, huh? Anyway, when you go for something like that, you need money.
Yeah, so I told Tiago, whenever you need to make a down payment on an apartment, just sell a Blue. He went to check it out a few times and I had a lot. You haven't called? You haven't called. Let me tell you something you won't believe. I was around when Pokemon cards blew up. I had Charizard, man.
You're kidding.
I had Charizard.
It's worth like 500,000.
No, but it's in Portuguese, PTBR. I'm not sure if the PTBR version is worth that much.
But it's worth it. But
Like, I had Charizard and guys, back then you didn't even say anything.
No, they're going to hit.
I remember that they played Bafo. I remember that I gave it to someone, man. That person must be like the guy nowadays. Yeah, here, look, almost mint. Man, I even had Charizard, bro. Wow, and those Pokemon cards were really cool.
are you keeping up with what's been going on lately? Man, they're paying $4 million, dude.
The Pokemon. Did you see the latest one now? The Pokemon Illustrator.
I saw Loco Poke's card.
After 16 million, so millions.
Pokemon kind of became what NFTs wanted to be, right? Back in the 8-picture days, now it's Pokemon. And this turns into a business, right? Because the more you talk about it, the more valuable it gets.
Let me say something. Pokemon cards have always been this way.
Since forever?
Well, I wouldn't say right at the beginning, but it's from before this whole NFT thing. Like, if you watch Pawn Stars, people show up there with collections worth 500.
If you buy a booster from back in 99 or 2000 nowadays, it's worth about $800. Not even just a booster, which is for you to open a new one, you know? But man, that's how it is. I think that nowadays there are a lot of things. I must have some pretty rare stuff in my collection.
Man, about video games. So, the NES. Then after the NES, the next console I had was the 64. And then I had that Tangerina from Fruitus. Then I moved on to the PlayStation. Then on the PlayStation 1, I used to play Harry Potter. No.
Man, I played so much Harry Potter. Have you ever played the old Harry Potter games? No. Wow. It's really cool.
But play the PS1 and PS2 versions like The Prisoner.
Azkaban is really good.
Starting from Goblet of Fire, the PS1 and PC versions become the same.
And for me, starting from Goblet of Fire, it's cool. But from Goblet of Fire on, it loses a bit of that nostalgic essence.
Order of the Phoenix and the Half-Blood Prince improve again, right?
So, they're cool. It's because Order of the Phoenix and Half-Blood Prince get closer to an open world. There's that big Hogwarts that you can explore and all. But the first three, they really have the essence of the books. Inspired. A lot of things are inspired by the books. And then there's this, you get the chocolate frog card. That's just magical, man.
Speaking of games and movies, did you play the Cars game on PlayStation? Cars? Pixar's Cars? No, man, I used to love that, you know?
I see you're from another generation.
I know. Man,
I noticed you posted about not finishing the Lion King game. I played Aladdin on the Super NES, another classic. Wonderful.
You know those games were intentionally hard, right? Why? Intentionally hard, so people wouldn't actually finish them. Oh, really? Exactly. Man, because it was like that, I don't really know why it was. They did it intentionally. I read an article about it recently but forgot the conclusion. But they were intentionally difficult. And so, you see that really, man, to beat a level in that Lion King game, it took the whole day. It's true. I showed up and, well, I didn't have a Super Nintendo. I used to play at a friend's house. We played like 1 or 2 hours a day, which was what his mom allowed. So we played that Lion King game. So, like, I never finished Super Mario on the Super Nintendo.
I beat Mario 3 on the NES. In fact,
I have the NES. You never beat Super Mario World?
Super Mario World with Yoshi. I never beat it. My dream is to finish it. I want to buy a Super Nintendo. People say there's an emulator, but I want to play it on a Super Nintendo.
With the controller, right?
I want to buy a Super Nintendo and play on the cartridge, you know? I want to do it. Man, I bought an N64 at the last CCXP. There was a guy selling the tangerine one. Not the tangerine one, the grape one. I had the tangerine one. Same thing. It broke, my mom threw it away. I had the tangerine one, I bought the grape one. That was the one I wanted at the time. But back then, it wasn't available. Because the grape one was the one that sold the most, right? My mom got me the tangerine one. I remember one Christmas when she used her year-end bonus to write a check.
Back then, right, man?
cool.
Nice, and that's it. Mine came with that jet ski game for the N64. And then, man, I just bought an N64.
It doesn't have a cartridge. It doesn't have a game cart. I want to buy Mario 64 to play and beat Mario 64.
Because those were things I used to see. I didn't have Mario 64, I used to rent it.
I never finished it because renting games meant you only had them for the weekend, then had to return them. I didn't own that one. The 64 thing, which was an accessory you attached to save, you know? It was a lot of money, you know? On the N64, there was that thing you plugged into the controller to make it vibrate.
The PlayStation 1 had an 8 MB memory card, which was quite small.
It was, wow, bizarre. And then with the PS1, look, I got that PS1, which was the small one, right?
My dad, I asked for it for Children's Day. Then, the PlayStation 2 had already come out.
and then my dad said, "Oh, do you want this new one that just came out?"
So, being really humble, I said, "No, Dad, the old one is fine," because I was so used to getting things that were out of date. And then, I felt embarrassed to ask my dad. I think my dad planned to give me the PlayStation 2. I asked for the 1 and that's what he gave me. He could have said, "You're so humble, I'll give you the 2." But he gave me the 1.
Okay.
Just right. Not even that, my love.
No, but it was like that. It was amazing. I had incredible moments with that little PlayStation, playing Harry Potter. Damn.
It was a good time.
Driver.
I keep wondering, will today's generation have the same memories we have with old games? For me, it was the PlayStation 2, but I wonder if people now get a PS5 with graphics even better than movies. Maybe.
Because I think it's about what resonates with you. Because, man, you know what it is? The thing about nostalgia isn't how awesome the game was. It's about how happy it made you in that moment. Yeah.
So, the person is going to have that connection with the game they're playing. Like, the kid who played Hogwarts Legacy. They're going to have their own nostalgic connection. That's just for them. We won't have that, you know? Regardless of the graphics, regardless of anything, you know? Cool. I'm passionate about retro games, man. I love them. I even had my Game Boy refurbished. You know, I have the retro NES. I have the Nintendo 64. I'm really passionate about it. I'd rather spend hours playing old games than playing new ones, you know? So, Goudon, tell me. You're our guest. Because I felt like Goudon hasn't talked much. No.
You've talked a lot, Goudon. You've already loosened up.
I was able to jump in a lot.
Let's let Goudon talk here now, to wrap up the episode. Because man, I thought it was cool that we didn't just talk about Hogwarts Legacy. We went through a general overview here.
Goudon, so for you, what was missing in the first one and what needs to be in the second?
Lack of consequences. As you said, I used the Cruciatus Imperius and Avada Kedavra. Let the character choose a side, have others discover this, and let me face the consequences. Because the game works with that, but in practice it doesn't happen. Cool. And what I'd like to see are other places. I'd like to go to Diagon Alley. I'd like to go there. Man, and at the Ministry of Magic, I saw Paco's videos. You were there with Paco Orlando. You can talk about it better than I can. Imagine being able to explore even more in the video game. That would be great.
That would be really cool.
You know, being able to explore maybe, who knows, I think it's hard to go easily. But hey, what if one of the missions is a trip for you to go to the magic school in Bulgaria? Cool. Or to go to the magic school in Paris? Cool. Like something specific, but it would already make you happy.
That already adds a lot. Cool.
Then it would fit that game formula. Do you want to leave, or are you sure you want to stay longer to explore? Oh, you do everything in the house and we leave.
Cool.
Cool. That could be in the game, right?
Cool. So, more morality, better punishment, and exploring more places. Diego, it's your turn.
I also wanted more options for places to explore. Diagon Alley, the Ministry of Magic, magic schools around the world. I wanted to have the chance to see more characters from the movies and books. I didn't want to control them. I wanted them to be there, part of the story. I also thought, now that you were talking, about the possibility of us having a story and, I don't know, in this specific year, there's a Triwizard tournament happening at Hogwarts and we get to do the tasks.
Taking part, just imagine.
Competing in the Triwizard tournament and handling its tasks.
I imagine being
Like something like that.
like now, for you to be able to do certain stages, you have to level up, then you go to the guy, you buy an upgrade for the broom. So
Maybe you can only do the second task when you're at a certain level. I don't know.
just an idea of you earning your spot in the Triwizard tournament.
I like it, I really do. But, you know, more possibilities in general and a slightly different game, moving away from this old magic fifth-year student thing. Yeah. Something totally different.
Old goblin stuff. Okay.
All right, exactly. For me, what was missing in the first one was really the morality aspect. The world needed to be more open, more explorable. I thought it was kind of limited in that regard. And what I'd like to see in the second one is exactly what was missing in the first. I'd like to be able to connect with other players. I'm not really a fan of online games, but I think it's missing in this kind of game. I think it would be cool to have a multiplayer mode there. And also, you know what else I missed in Hogwarts Legacy? We have a huge range of wizards, characters from the wider lore. Like the ones that are on the chocolate frog cards. Like meeting one of those wizards, you know? Like in the story.
Because they know what's going on in that period, living according to that time. So it would be cool. I think that's something I missed too.
So yeah, maybe explore more characters. Something along those lines.
I think the second one should also move away a bit from this ancient magic thing and try to make the story a little different.
One last question for both of you. Would you like it to be similar to the first one, where you keep choosing, you choose what happens, you pick the dialogues, or would you prefer a ready-made story? That's it, just ready.
No, I think the thing about choosing is cool, but the thing about choosing, really,
It has consequences in the...
practice. Game with consequences.
Yeah, there's a real consequence to it, right? I agree too. I think there has to be this consequence. So your choices define the game like that. So
Should we end with a howler moment?
howler time, guys. Let's answer. Send your message. The QR code is always on the screen.
Let's go! Come on!
The first question is from Fernando Caldera. Hey, Kako. Hey, Diego. Sorry about that, Gudal. There are several scenes I hate where they keep saying brilliant.
It really annoys me.
Brilliant.
That brilliant thing really annoys me.
It's Harry and Ron who say it, right?
Hermione also says it there, especially in the last movie. Man, I wanted to give you a hug, someone who understands me. That brilliant thing really bothers me. Eduardo Alves sent the following message. You guys cheer me up every day, huh, Gudal? Look at that. I always follow you guys. Success. Reserved concession. Thank you.
Thank you.
My dear, do you want to read one?
Gudal.
Let's read one here. Fernando.
My Villar, do you think they're going to announce the actresses for Narcissa Malfoy along with the actress for Luna?
The one for Luna will still take a while. I think the one for Luna, I think they're going to introduce Luna in the 5th season, actually.
She might appear in the background being sorted.
But it could be, yeah. But Narcissa, too, she only shows up in the 6th, right? Let's see now how they're...
Adding something, but didn't they say that in the first season they're going to explore more about Malfoy?
Yeah, right.
But maybe she won't show up.
Only if they haven't announced it yet.
But she's working there. Yeah, don't go to her house.
I think she just hasn't been announced yet.
She isn't working on it, no.
That's true.
Rafa Zelufano, who has already appeared here. Rafa Zelufano, I started watching your videos when I was 10, now I'm 19. Feel old. Just kidding, I love you guys. Thank you, Rafa Zelufano. Wow.
Man, you don't even need to tell us to feel old. Just the stuff we've talked about here already. Wow. It was the Nintendo console, my friend. No, that already gives it away.
The age. To finish, do these two as well. Wrap up with Rafa Zone.
Rafa Zelufano. Diego is too pure to understand the Peru joke that Kako was making.
Wow, Sergio, please don't mention Diego's joke.
He really does have a very pure heart.
Gudão.
Read the last one, Gudão.
You get the honor of the last one here.
Rafa Zelufano, I grew up watching your videos and now following the podcast has been a lot of fun. Congratulations, Kako and Diego.
Hey, thanks. And guys, that was the shout out moment. The QR code is always there on the screen for you to send your message. Kako, any idea to wrap up today's episode? Any closing line?
I've got one.
Revelho. Perfect.
Wow, genius. Thanks, Gudão. Thanks. This episode is being really powerful. We're in this together, guys. Kisses.